I used to believe that if something was wrong, I'd feel it. That intuition would warn me. It never did. For 7 years, I thought I knew my partner, Daniel. We had routines, inside jokes, lazy Sundays, and a life that felt stable in a quiet, enviable way. He was dependable, calm, the kind of person everyone trusted. I built my life around his schedule, accepted his frequent work trips, and never questioned why he kept his finances separate. I told myself it was healthy independence. We met in our late 20s. I was just getting my footing in my career, still unsure if adulthood was something you became or something you pretended long enough to survive. Daniel was older by a few years, already established, already calm. He worked in logistics, or at least that's what I thought. He travelled for work, but not excessively. Just enough to seem important, not enough to raise suspicion. He explained things in a way that made you feel silly for questioning him, but grateful he took the time to clarify. I built my life around him without realizing it. I chose a job with flexible hours because his schedule was unpredictable. I learned to sleep alone on Tuesdays and Thursdays because those were his usual travel days. I stopped questioning why he never wanted to combine finances, convincing myself it was healthy independence. I defended him when my friends joked that he was mysterious. I thought they were being dramatic. The red flags didn't look like red flags. They looked like inconveniences, missed calls, delayed replies, a phone always face down. Nothing concrete enough to accuse someone you love. The first real crack happened while I was folding laundry. Something heavy fell out of his jeans. A second phone, old, scratched, turned off. When I asked him, he barely looked up and said it was an old international phone. He smiled, kissed my cheek. I believed him because it fit the story I already trusted. Months later, I received an email meant for him. Our addresses were almost identical. The subject line read, "School tuition reminder, overdue balance." It mentioned his full name, a child, a payment amount. My hands went numb. Daniel didn't have kids. We talked about kids endlessly for the future. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He just said, "I didn't want to lose you." That was the beginning of everything collapsing. He didn't just have one child, he had two. He wasn't divorced, he was still married. The work trips weren't trips. He was commuting between two lives, two families, two realities. The career I thought he had was only half true. He ran a business with his wife, owned property, attended school events. I was the affair in the usual sense. I was the parallel life, the quiet apartment, the escape, the illusion of freedom. He said he loved her. He said he loved me. Somehow that hurt the most. I left without screaming, just a suitcase and the numb determination to survive 1 hour at a time. In the aftermath, I questioned everything, my intelligence, my instincts, my worth. How could someone deceive so completely for so long? Therapy saved me. My therapist asked, "Did you fall in love with a liar or with the version of him he needed you to see?" Later, I learned I wasn't the only one. I was just the longest-running secret. So AITAH for walking away without trying to fix it, for refusing to wait for explanations or closure. Because what I've learned is this: closure is a luxury liars promise and never deliver. My world didn't just unravel, it was revealed. And now I'm rebuilding in something finally real.